Nigeria's current democratic journey began on May 29, 1999. It is 22 years on, a feat that is unprecedented in the country's political history. This is our focus this afternoon on Panorama. Congratulations, Nigeria and Nigerians. I am Salamatu Lukman Mohammed. President Muhammad Buhari has promised to remain committed to upholding and defending the Nigeria's corporate existence in a national broadcast to commemorate this year's Democracy Day celebration. The president re-emphasized that since he joined the army, he resolved to lay down his life for the country. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
Yes, we have witnessed and overcome a good number of testy challenges that would have destroyed other nations, especially relating to our collective security.
President Muhammadu Buhari said he is not unmindful of the reason Nigerians yearned for his presidency in 2015, that is, to put an end to the growing insecurity, especially terrorism and insurgency. He, however, said the unintended consequences of scattering the criminal elements in the northeast pushed them further in country with the misguided belief that adherence to the democratic norms handicaps his administration from tackling them frontally and decisively.
We are already addressing these obstacles, and we will soon bring some of these culprits to justice. Let me assure my fellow citizens that every incident, however minor, gives me great worry and concern. We will, by the grace of God, put an end to these challenges.
The president said since coming to power, security agencies have been provided with all they require relative to available resources, and as the dynamics unfold, nothing will be left to chance towards putting an end to the security concerns.
The indefatigable can-do spirit of the Nigerian has sustained us and will keep pushing us to put these challenges behind us. Overcoming the present challenges is but one of the necessary processes that we have to undergo as a nation so that we can come out stronger.
Describing poverty and youth unemployment as the twin underlying drivers of insecurity, President Buhari said unprecedented steps have been taken towards addressing them through various interventions in critical economic sectors.
I will be the first to admit that in spite of our efforts and achievements, which are there for all to see, there is still much more to be done, and we are doing our best. Our overall economic target of lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty in 10 years is our goal.
Already, he said, 10.5 million Nigerians have been lifted out of poverty in 2 years. And on the June 12th Democracy Day celebration, the president made a case for Nigerians to get involved by supporting democratic system that works for all and demand accountability from elected leaders.
As your president, I remain committed to providing an enabling environment for a free, fair, and credible electoral system under my tenure.
He formally appreciated Nigerians for their patience, understanding, and resolve to join hands in not only keeping Nigeria one, but making her the country of their dream. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
While, as President Muhammad Buhari gave his Democracy Day's message, the states on their part marked the day without elaborate celebrations. Mia Ogidi in this report compiled some of the moments from the states.
The Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. No fanfare, but free drive for those on the road. The host to such days, the famous Eagle Square, empty. But just stretch of the neck from the Eagle Square, youths are sighted at the Unity Fountain, making the best of the day.
Also to tell Nigerians that we must continue to look at Nigeria as our one and only country. We cannot afford to plunge this country into a state of anarchy.
Lagos, somewhat a hotspot, hoodlums came out early to disrupt the celebration at the Gani Fayemi Park, but defeated by the strength of the police.
Those who are miscreants, we are ready for them. So as early as 2 a.m. now, we have been out. And this is just the 5th place I'm coming. So I've gone to Lagos Island. I've seen that the Lagos Island, the markets are opening now. So the traditional areas of assemblage, we've taken care of those areas.
Drums of celebration and work of victory for democracy and movement of spiritual offering were visible at the MKO Abiola Stadium and the Abiola Country Home in Ogun State. The man whose name lives after him in a positive note, and this excites Governor Biodun Dagbo of Ogun State.
MKO Abiola and his mandate to serve as a reminder to all of us that we are stronger together as a nation.
An indoor celebration with an academic undertone. That was how the day was celebrated in Osogbo, Osun State. A lecture dwelling on the making of a nation and Nigeria democracy in progress was the topic, and Governor Boyega Oyetola did justice to the topic.
Nigeria want to dialogue to correct the anomalies in the system and to determine the essence of their corporate existence.
It was a gathering of academics, labor unionists, and traditional rulers. All commended President Buhari for taking a great step in declaring June 12 as Democracy Day. Many wounds permanently healed. The gathering submitted. Mie Ogede, NT News.
Hope rises as the National Assembly promises that in the next 2 months, the nation will witness remarkable legislations passed. This was made known by President of the Senate, Ahmad Lawal, at the unveiling of a photo book in honor of the Speaker, House of Representatives. State House correspondent Jide Onifadi reports.
President of the Senate of Nigeria, Ahmed Lawan, says the task ahead of the two chambers in the next 2 years is how to put up better legislation that will provide good times for all Nigerians, stressing that the hand is already on the plow and that no room must be given to distraction of any guise.
We should not allow any opportunity by anyone to take us away from the mission of making this country better. We face challenges, but challenges are likely to be everywhere, depending on our circumstances. But we can do better when we remain committed and focused on resolving these challenges. Don't mess with the Lagos boy.
The photo book is titled Gbajabiamila, The Long Road, and it captured exciting moments in the political journey of the Speaker. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, while unveiling the book, says the Nigerian youths will continue to flourish given the abundant talent they possess.
He is an effective bridge builder across tribes, across religion, across political parties, and even generations. And he has proved to be an innovative mediator and an honest broker in several local and national disputes and conflicts.
Notable Nigerians also applauded Speaker Olufemi Gbajabiamila as a great leader.
His political sojourn has been a very long one. Though we belong to different political parties, and of course, hold opposing political views on governance issues, such do not below us. One's recognition of Femi's personal and distinctive accomplishments as a leader in our national polity, including as the Speaker of the 9th House of Representatives, where I lead the opposition.
I hope that in this generation and the next, we will learn lessons from these stories and be inspired and motivated by them. And I hope that the stories we tell bring us closer together as friends, brethren, and citizens.
They also commended the author of the book, Ayo Adeagbo, personal photographer of Speaker, for the initiative. In Abuja, Jide Onifate, NT News.
The Nigerian Senate will sustain its support to the armed forces in the ongoing fight against insurgency and other forms of insecurity in the country. Senate President Ahmed Lawan stated this during a visit to wounded officers and soldiers who are receiving medical attention at 44 Nigerian Army Reference Hospital, Kaduna. Muhammad Umar Ajingi has the details.
Senate President Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, in company of 10 other senators and the Kaduna State Governor Nasiru Ahmed El-Rufai, at a 600-bed capacity Army Reference Hospital Kaduna to show empathy, solidarity, and appreciation to the officers and soldiers wounded in the line of duty.
We are carrying out cardiothoracic surgery in the theater.
The visit, which coincides with Democracy Day celebration, climaxes activities by northern senators to commemorate the 2-year anniversary of the present Senate.
And I want to assure you once more that beyond the supplementary budget, in the 2022 appropriation, will ensure that we provide more resources for our armed forces, and I hope that the armed forces will prioritize the investments in hospitals like this.
The 44 Army Reference Hospital has so far treated about 7,000 officers and soldiers wounded in the line of duty. The Senate donated the sum of 10 million naira to the hospital. In Kaduna, I am Muhammad Umar Ajinki, NTA News.
In spite of pockets of challenges that dotted Nigeria's democratic journey, stakeholders say significant milestones have been recorded 22 years on, an unprecedented feat that calls for celebration. In this report, Haruna Muhammad examines the country's democratic journey so far.
May 29, 1999, when the military handed over the baton of leadership to a democratically elected government, remains a historic day in Nigeria's political diary. It marked the climax of long years of agitation for constitutional governance. So with all democratic structures in place, the journey began and since then unbroken. 22 years on, how well?
No matter the crisis, no matter the problem, we're able to sustain a democratic government for 22 years. You understand? If you look at the First Republic, it lasted for only about 6 or 7 or 8 years. You understand? Then you can see the Second Republic, it only lasted for 4 years. But now we're able to, despite all the challenges and the problem, we're able to sustain a democratic government for at least 22 years.
So what we need to do is to continue to deepen democracy. I've said so, nobody should rule us again.
Some challenges notwithstanding, observers say significant ground have been covered since the advent of the current democracy.
It's a nation that is evolving. There are a lot of challenges, and I think the security situation is such that everybody should be concerned. And also the economic situation is something that we should all be concerned. But then it is not only the government that has the responsibility of dealing with this. We require all stakeholders, government, community leaders, and individuals. We should all work together to ensure that we secure ourselves and our country. And we can always do this thing by making sure that we support the authorities with the right intelligence.
Thank God that we have a constitution which is guiding the principles of democracy in Nigeria, and it is now 22 years we have been practicing democracy. This is a very serious achievement.
Besides freedom and victory for the people, the revolution in various sectors, infrastructure, agriculture, education, and social investment in the last 6 years have been applauded by many.
Part of the policies of this government, when they came, they talk of economic diversification. They have been doing very well in that area. You take even the agriculture. Nigeria used to be #1 major importer of rice world over. There's no country in the world that imports rice like Nigeria. Today, Nigeria is the major producer of rice in Africa.
It is therefore believed that the challenges are surmountable if Nigerians continue to unite and support the government. In Kaduna, Haruna Mohammed, NTA News.
With me in the studio to dwell more on Democracy Day celebration is a security expert and a former minority leader, Kaduna State House of Assembly, Muhammad Ali. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Nigeria's democracy is 22 years. What's your take on this journey?
First and foremost, let me say congratulations, Nigeria, to Nigerians. This is 22 years when, on the 29th of May 1999, General Abdul Salam Abubakar voluntarily handed over power to an elected civilian president in the Eagle Square, Abuja, with over 40 heads of government from across the world in attendance. That signified or signals the beginning of the Fourth Republic, which today, or by yesterday, we celebrated the 22nd year of democracy. By all purpose and intent, democracy has come to stay. Democracy has had very strong roots as we speak in Nigeria, because if we have to cast back our minds, the First Republic lasted for only 6 years. It was aborted by a military coup, while the Second Republic lasted for only 4 years, between October 1979 to 31st December 1983. But here we are today, from 1999, May 29, to today. This is 22 good years, and we are still waxing stronger. So there is a cause for jubilation, there is a cause for celebration, because democracy has come to stay. And within this period, we have been able to attain quite a lot in terms of infrastructural development, in the field of agriculture, in the field of education, in the field of aviation, you name it. So kudos to Nigeria and Nigerians for having come this far.
All right. What do you think constituted to the pitfalls along the line?
There are minor hiccups here and there as we move in the journey of nationhood. It first started in the year 2000, when we had about 12 northern states declaring that they want to introduce the Sharia, the Islamic legal system. Okay. That was the beginning of the problem we had politically, because not long after that, we begin to have the problem of the now dreaded Boko Haram, because that gave Mohammed Yusuf the impetus to think he can do as he wants, claiming hiding under the facade of the Sharia, which the then governor of the Borno State claimed to have introduced, for them to do what they did. And this is where it has taken us. Today it is 12 years down the line. We are still fighting Boko Haram insurgency. So this is also part of the challenges, because the Constitution allows freedom of religion. But when people are talking about freedom, it is responsible freedom that the Constitution is talking about. Whether freedom of religion or freedom of expression, is all about responsible freedom, not irresponsibility, because people hide under the facade of this freedom to advance certain, ulterior motives or things that will not be for the good of the country. So these are some of the things I think that need to be checkmate. But so far, I think we have done very well in the last 22 years.
All right. People talk about developing democratic institutions that support democracy and make the system endure. Do you share the same view?
I seriously share the same view, because the 1999 Constitution, as presently in use, is a product of the military, and it was put together in a rush because the military wanted to quickly and hurriedly hand over power to an elected civilian administration. This was why I think there is still a need for us to take a second look on the Nigerian Constitution and make necessary amendments. Particularly, we should give credence to the issue of independent candidature. That should be encouraged, because if that is done, it will reduce the acrimony and very serious agitation that is being brought to bear within certain political parties. And we should also work hard towards having or building internal party democracy within all the political parties. Because it is one thing for a political party to constitute or conduct primary elections.
Sir, I know you really want to speak further on this issue, but let's quickly take the last question now. Suggest ways to consolidate on Nigeria's democracy.
One of the best ways to consolidate on our democracy is for us to put Nigeria first before any other consideration. Then we should give all the best we can in terms of supporting our security forces, because we are facing a very serious problem of insecurity in the country presently. So we need to do the best we can, give our support to the military and other security agencies for us to be able to overcome the security challenges bedeviling us.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.
You're still watching Panorama on the network service of the NTA. We'll take a break now. When we come back, the program continues.
We need to reach out to the people. We should convince them. We should use the systems that we have used before in getting our people vaccinated over the years.
Please, this is good for you and good for others and good for the health of all Nigerians.
I want to reassure our people that as your governor, I will not subscribe to anything that will harm you nor affect your well-being.
Which has helped other states, including our states, to demonstrate capacity to rise to the occasion in our collective effort to win the desired war against COVID-19.
From all indications, quality, safety, efficacy, the benefits outweigh the side effects. So, from all indications, it's generally safe.
I have to congratulate Mr. President and particularly the PTF, headed by the Solicitor government.
The Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, confirms 8 new cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria as at 12th of June 2021. The cases are from 2 states, Akwa Ibom and Rivers, with 4 cases each. There are now 167,059 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria, 163,436 discharged, while 2,117 deaths recorded. We move on to security matters. Senior officers undergoing training at the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, have been tasked to be innovative and receptive to fresh ideas for successful management and conduct of campaign operations. Commandant of the college, Air Vice Marshal Ebenezer Alade, gave the charge during the flag-off of an integrated military training tagged Exercise Sea Lion for students of Senior Course 43. Muhammad Marajingi reports.
These are future operational level commanders from the Army, Navy, Air Force, paramilitary and foreign students undergoing senior course training in the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji.
Without knowledge, you cannot win in the business of war.
Exercise Sea Lion climaxes the senior course and seeks to integrate all that the students have learned during their training in the college to skillfully employ military forces in attaining operational level objectives.
The exercise provides you students the opportunity to plan, conduct, and decide on the employment of land, maritime, and air assets in a combined and joint setting.
Out of the 229 students, 116 are from the Army, 73 Navy, and 40 students from the Air Force. In Kaduna, I'm Muhammadu Marajingi, NTA News.
And now, sports update with Bade Adele.
Finland beat Denmark 1-0 in their first major tournament game. Joel Pojan Pablo scored in the 59th minute to give Finland all the 3 points. But the Euro 2020 match will be remembered for Christian Eriksen, who is now in a stable condition after collapsing on the pitch shortly before halftime. English referee Anthony Taylor immediately called medics onto the pitch, and Eriksen underwent prolonged treatment with compressions performed on the chest before he was taken to the hospital, where the Danish FA confirmed that he is in a stable condition, prompting the game to restart a few hours later. In other Euro 2020 results for Saturday, Wales played a 1-1 draw with Switzerland as Bril Embolo gave Switzerland the lead in the 49th minute before Kiefer Moore equalized for Wales in the 74th minute. Romelu Lukaku scored a brace and Thomas Muller added his first goal of the tournament as Belgium beat Russia by 3-0. Fixtures for Sunday will see Austria battle it out with North Macedonia, Netherlands take on Ukraine, while England will slug it out with Croatia in a match that will be transmitted live on the NTA Sports at 2 p.m. In golf, handicap 26 player Mobayonle Ogunwumiju have emerged the winner of the Maiden IBB Golf Club Captains inaugural tournament, which ended Saturday in Abuja. The legal practitioner grossed 92 with a net score of 66 to outplay a field of 350 golfers to emerge champion.
For golf, consistency is key. So I keep playing, I keep training, then I may take more trophies home.
The inaugural tournament is to usher in the new escorts for the golf club, who will pilot the affairs of the club for the next 1 year. With sports updates, Olalekan Kilajolu, NTA News.
That was the report by Olalekan Kilajolu, and that was Panorama. But before we go, remember to follow us on all our social media platforms. Say no to rape and rapists. Thanks for watching.